Okay. Hey, John, oh, you have a good point. What you worried about? Anyway. Bigger problem. Everybody rolling? All ready? The City College, for many years, has stood for excellence in education. Education, in particular, for those members of our city who do not have the affluence to go to schools that charge tuition, that do not have the wealth to pay for the board and room along with it. City College will continue in its mission to provide quality education for those members of our youth who need the financial assistance that the City University here only provides. In our future development, we expect the high educational standards of the City University and of City College to be maintained. At present, through its SEEK program, its early discovery program, is taking in students who would not normally be eligible for college admission. It is bringing them in, giving them special remedial work in those areas in which their prior education has been deficient: reading, arithmetic, writing, composition, and a number of other fields. We're handling these students on the basis of their probable potential rather than on the basis of their high school record. We all know that the children of the slum neighborhoods usually in school and in high school achieve below the level that they are capable of reaching. Through these special programs and others that will be introduced or enlarged above our present capacity, the City College will plan to set a pattern for higher education at large. We expect to prove that among these apparently illy trained children of the ghettos, a substantial number are capable of excellent college work, and we wish to do our share in making that possible. The City College, while shaken by the present events, is not going to be overturned. We will get back to our normal operations, that of providing excellent education, very shortly. And I hope, as the acting president of the college, to have more than a token part in providing the leadership that will restore peace, harmony, normal educational processes to the college, and provide the college services to an increasing percentage of our black and Puerto Rican citizens.
What's this first day in office been like for you?
Not very different from the last day in the old job. It was a little hectic, too.
Dr. Copeland, did anything productive come out of your meetings and conversations and conferences today?
Well, yes, I think we're well on the way to the reopening of negotiations with the black and Puerto Rican students, and I hope we've made a step toward an establishment of mutual confidence in the integrity and the purpose that is expressed by the personnel on the two sides of the discussion.
What about their statement that they will not talk to you as long as the college remains open?
Quite a number of them have talked to me today. Pardon me?
Will the school remain open? Has any plans to close to stop classes to facilitate negotiations?
The school will remain open. By that, I mean that the teachers will teach, the students will study. We may, of course, from time to time, take a day out for a legal holiday, or we may take out a day for special discussions or workshops, but the college will remain open and in operation through the normal week.
Dr.
Copeland, are you saying
Dr. Copeland.
that you are closing the school? Have you made an agreement?
They are now...
Dr. Copeland.
Students that you met with,
Pardon me?
was that the black faculty or black?
Well, in the light of what's happened today and your experience with it so far and the progress you've made towards getting negotiations,
High standards will be kept, right? The campus beginning tomorrow.
I would say that if my position on keeping the college, they appeared to me to be, for the most part, very much like ordinary students, but in more compact social aggregations.
Dr. Copeland, if I remember correctly, one of the...
We have had sufficient second-rate citizenship in this country, and City College buys no part of that, now or in the future.
Dr. Copeland, last Friday when Dr. Gallagher resigned, he used the term that he had stated that it has become impossible to carry on the processes of reason and persuasion here at CCNY. Do you disagree?
I have a great deal of respect and admiration for President Gallagher, and I'm sure that his statement reflected his discouragement at that time. He's been president for several years, and the strain of this office can wear on one. I'm a few years younger than he is. I have had fewer years of strain in this office, quite a few fewer, specifically less than 1 day of it, and I still have that youthful exuberance and optimism that I brought in this morning at 9 o'clock.
Are you rejecting the idea of...
Those were given some consideration by the college faculties. One of them, approved outright by the School of Education faculty, was then forwarded to the Board of Higher Education and adopted. It will be in effect in September. Two others are on the board calendar for consideration at their next meeting, and I would not wish to prejudge their action on those items. Hopefully,
Dr. Master here.
You're fine, just sit down there temporarily. This is the transfer stream of the light on TV. I don't know that
at the present time, we have some special problems, and to those we will address our efforts and our strength. The problems at the moment that are unusual, that have taken away the ivory tower character from City College and from many other institutions of higher learning, will be handled. We will have a restoration of law and order on the campus. We will use the minimum duress necessary to bring the City College back to the place where it is in fact a college in which teaching and studying, discussion and planning can be carried on in an orderly manner. The second problem that we must face, and face immediately, is the problem of the underprivileged children in the slum areas, the poverty areas of our city. This particularly affects large numbers of black and Puerto Rican people. The City College expects to assume its proper share of the solving of this problem. City College,
do you expect the campus now to get back to normal?
I certainly hope that the campus will get back to normal in the very immediate future. I do not anticipate a long period of chaos or turmoil. Rather, I expect a fairly prompt elimination of this.
When you say you do not expect a long period of chaos or conflict, does this mean you feel that you're going to be given, in effect, a breathing spell by the militants?
Not that. I think that the reasonable members of the student community, white and black, would profit by and would prefer normal operations and negotiations under these normal conditions.
Dr. Copeland, when you say